What the hell is going on with the New York Knicks? I'm almost speechless, man. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. But what is going on with the New York Knicks? I don't understand this. I don't understand this. I mean, with the exception of the Cleveland Washington game on Monday, and then with the horribly bad news of Jabari Parker tearing the ACL in the same knee again. This whole week, from Monday to now today, Friday, has been about the New York Knicks. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, first you have the tweet, by Phil Jackson, Knicks president, following a column by Bleacher Report, basically bashing Carmelo Anthony, questioning or bashing Anthony's desire to win. I mean, Phil Jackson sent out a tweet afterwards, and it's saying it. I don't understand that Zen stuff, but people are saying that it basically seemed like he was co-signing with the column, and the columnists and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't understand this, man. I don't understand this relationship between Jackson and Anthony. I mean, Anthony is the face of the damn franchise. He's the face of the damn franchise. He's who Spike, John McEnroe, and all them guys come to see every night. You know what I'm saying? Porzingis is coming up. Sooner or later, he'll be the face of the franchise. But I just can't understand why this is happening. You re-sign this guy. Well, was it this year or last year? Either way, you re-sign this guy, give him an extension. I forget whichever one. I can't believe this. You re-sign him, you get Derrick Rose, you get Joakim Noah from the Bulls, to come in and try to help make the Knicks a contender in the East, where it's really Cleveland and everybody else. I mean, that's what you bring those guys in, try to make, bring Brandon Jennings in, you bring Courtney Lee in to try and build a championship team around Carmelo. And now it seems like Phil Jackson doesn't want Melo there in New York, trying to get him to waive his no trade clause. I don't understand. This is the best player on your team. This is the face of your franchise, and you're trying to get rid of him. Jackson's been bashing Melo in interviews and all that. This has been happening since he became president. 3-4 years ago? I mean, it's unbelievable that you're trying to get rid of your best player, the person that everyone felt that you were trying to build around. Now you're trying to get rid of him. So I mean, similar to what Chicago's doing with Jimmy Butler. I'm like, you're trying to build around this guy. Now you're trying to get rid of him. What's the deal? I mean, a lot has been said about Melo, and like the Bleacher column said, his desire to win. Re-signing with New York when he could have went to Chicago, when he could have went to Cleveland, when he could have went to the Clippers. Them were the three teams that was really, everyone was really talking about Melo going to, to try and contend for a championship. He wanted to stay home. New York City. I mean, it's home. It's home for him. It's home. That's it. Just like LeBron with Cleveland. Just like Dwayne Wade ultimately decided with Chicago. It's home. It's home. You want to be home. You want to play in front of your family, your friends, everybody, all the coaches you grew up with, I don't understand why the Knicks are trying to get rid of Carmelo Anthony. I don't understand why Phil coming out bashing. I guess it's because that that everyone brings up Phil's 11 championships, 6 of them with Jordan, 5 of them with Kobe, and both of them Kobe, basically a mirror image of Jordan, as far as the everything, the intangibles, the tenacity, to the flat out will to win. Melo has shown he ain't that guy. Melo ain't that guy, and I think that's why Phil is trying to go after Melo like he is. He's trying to light a fire under Carmelo, but some guys don't have that. Some guys don't have that killer instinct. I'm not saying Melo doesn't want to win, but Melo don't want it. I don't think Melo wants it as bad as Jordan and Kobe did. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes wanted to win at any cost. Fighting with teammates, throwing other teammates under the bus, they were willing to do everything it took to get a championship, and that's why they've had the careers they've had. I just don't think Melo's that guy, and Phil's knowing that now. I mean, I guess that's why he's trying to get rid of him. I mean, I'm just saying. If you're trying to get rid of him now, why did you re-sign him? Why did you ultimately decide to re-sign him? Is it what Dolan said? Did Dolan say, I want Carmelo back? Dolan is the Knicks owner for you. You guys don't know. I mean, I don't understand this. I don't understand this back and forth. The dude is the face of your franchise. I mean, I don't see this, man. I mean, it's not like. I mean, that's the one thing that separates this from the Chicago situation. Jimmy Butler's still young. I think he's like 25, 26. I don't know. Melo's 30. Was he 33, 34, 35? Early 30s. Up there with Wade and LeBron, the same class and all that. He's up in age, man. Excuse me. I mean, I just don't understand it. Now, getting to another issue. Wednesday night, when I think the Knicks was playing the Bulls. I can't remember. I've been sick. My memory's gone. They was playing the Bulls. It's been all over all the sports media outlets. Well, might have been all over other outlets as well. Charles Oakley, the video. Charles Oakley getting escorted out by New York, by Madison Square Garden security, after being very animated and hands-on, to say the least, with a couple of them, obviously that, from what I'm hearing, Oakley and the owner, James Dolan, don't have the best relationship. James Dolan doesn't particularly like Charles Oakley. I was about to say Barkley. Oakley's tried to mend the relationship, but he says that Dolan won't even talk to him. I mean, that's really unfortunate. For what Oakley did for the Knicks franchise in the 90s, with Ewing and Houston and Starks and all them. Oakley was a good player. Oakley was a good player. He's good, that good role play, that enforcer. That enforcer. when you messed around with when you messed around with Starks or somebody, or when one of the guys from the Knicks took a cheap shot, Oakley was coming at you. Oakley was coming at you, but that situation is crazy. You know, I mean, with ESPN, ESPN videographer actually catching them taking Charles Oakley out of the. It had to be like about 10 of those guys. Of course, he probably didn't need 10 of them to take Oakley out, man. Because it was crazy. Oakley he finger nudged one of them, and he pushed another guy because he was putting his hands on him. I mean, it was just a bad situation, you know. Now he got arrested and ejected from Madison Square Garden, you know. And now, was it today or yesterday? I think it was today. James Dolan goes on the Yes Network Michael Kay show saying that Oakley is now banned for life from Madison Square Garden because he is chairman of Madison Square Garden. What the hell is going on? You're gonna ban a dude. You're gonna ban one of the most lovable New York Knicks ever. You're gonna ban them for life from MSG. I mean, it's already at that point, you know, that, you know, James Dolan didn't like him, you know, because, you know, legends, New York City legends like Oakley, you know, any team. When you're a legend on a team, you get the comp tickets or so. You know, Oakley had to pay for his own tickets that night. You know, and you know, you want to hear the New York Knicks side of things. You want to hear Oakley side of things. New York Knicks says that Oakley came in rude, loud, disrespectful, abusive. You know, behaving abusively. I mean, you know, Oakley saying he just came to watch the game and have a good time. I think they were saying Oakley was trying to get near James Dolan because from where he was, Dolan was he wasn't that far away. But I mean, Oakley was actually when Oakley was being talked to, and Oakley was being surrounded by Madison Square Garden security. John McEnroe, the tennis legend and famous New York fan, was right there. He was right there. His seat was right in front of what was going on. So he was turned around looking. You know, it created a scene around that area. James Dolan even got up and started looking. You know, I don't understand. I don't understand what the hell is going on with this New York Knicks organization. You know, just think about the team. They've had so many close losses this year. I mean, the Knicks could have been really bad. The things that's going on in New York and Chicago, who before the season, you would have thought those two teams would be the top two teams that could challenge Cleveland in the East. He said you got the Chicago story, basically the same thing. You're trying to run a star player out of town, and then you had the issue with Butler and Wade calling out the younger teammates. And then you had Rondo calling out Butler and Wade's leadership. You know, I mean, you thought they were about to implode. You know, I mean, they've won a few games since then. I mean, but this Knicks story, like, it's. I mean, that Chicago story took on 1 day, 2 days, maybe. This Knicks story has taken over the whole damn week. At least 4 days. You know, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I mean, it was a quote from Spike saying he wants to pack Phil's bags for him. He'll pack Phil's bags for him to get Phil out of town. You know, I just can't believe it, man. I mean, for an historic franchise like the Knicks are, for all this stuff to be going on in a matter of 4 days is ridiculous. But, you know, if you're a New York Knicks fan, it don't matter if you're a New York Knicks fan, but I really want to hear from you New York Knicks fans. Leave a comment. Tell me what the hell is going on, man. Tell me what the hell is going on, man. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. You know, hey, anybody, give me your thoughts. Leave a comment. Hey, give me a like, share, subscribe. I thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it. I love you, and I hope I can keep putting out content that you love and all that. And my social media will be in the description. Holla at me.